Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Jeremy Wants to Know podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy. You know me. You're back every week. If you actually are. Today is actually Friday. I'll disclose that information just for today, only because it's a special day, only because it's the beginning of Scorpio. Not even, but it's close to the beginning of Scorpio season, and everyone that is, in my opinion, everyone that is interesting to be alive. I was born in November. Well, no, in October as well. It's October through November. November what 22nd, 21st. I don't know. But yeah, so it's been a good day. I'm on my third Red Bull. I had coffee for breakfast, and I just came back home. I just got home from work. I did a little Halloween makeup shopping. That's right. I don't normally shop for makeup, um, or Halloween because it's one time a year. But yeah. So I went to the store. You know what? Let me just start by saying, shopping for makeup is has got to be the one of the most gruesome, just just nerve wracking things. I don't see how people do it. I mean, unless you've been trained on how to do makeup and how to live that lifestyle. And it's nerve wracking. I mean, every time I go, I don't know what I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just like, and luckily this time there was the lady working. She came over and she was just like, "Hey, is there something I can help with you find?" And I literally said, "I don't even know." I just broke down and it's just like, you gotta help me. I don't even know what anything is I'm looking at right now. Which, I mean, honestly, I do. I know the bare minimums, like, foundation, concealer. I mean, I Googled this stuff and learned off the internet. And of course, I used to watch, makeup tutorials and Jackie Aina, Jeffree Star, two of my big, makeup gurus that I watch. And I know, isn't that funny? Because they're both on different, opposite sides of the spectrum. But anyway, yeah, no. So this lady helped me out. She worked there, obviously. I'm not. She was working there. The makeup aisle lady. Is that what they're called? Makeup aisle people. But yeah, so she helped me out. And she got me some eye primer and some, you know, really good stuff that goes to my skin complexion because I showed her my Halloween costume. And she was like, "Oh wow, that's you." I'm like, "Yeah." I don't normally do my makeup, but this year I really want to go all out. And she helped me pick some things out, and she helped me get this really cool Wet and Wild, like a Wet and Wild, what is this, limited edition Peanuts Merry Christmas Charlie Brown palette, and it's so cute. I couldn't say no. It's like $16, and I was just like, "Oh my god, all the colors are nice. It's all like the it's just pretty to look at." And the only thing I'm concerned about is it showing up on my skin. That's the only reason why I don't invest in makeup, is because I don't know it'll feel like if it'll show up on my skin. Basically, dark skinned people, we have to shop in certain places and we have to have certain brands. It's a whole thing. Um, but yeah, I got help with shopping for makeup, so I can't wait to try this out and become a different person. So that was fun today. How was work? I never talk about work. Jeremy, how was work? Work was fine. Work is nothing special. I can't write home about it. Uh, I like to keep work at work. Home and home. Like, it's all, everything has its place. I'm a compartmentalizer. Uh, that's the Capricorn in me. The Capricorn moon. Interesting stuff there. Groundbreaking. Which I was thinking about the duality and how I often struggle with my sun sign Scorpio and then my moon sign Capricorn, because they're very opposite in, I don't know, everyday life. And then there's my Aquarius rising, which is I was looking at this thing on Reddit. old Reddit. This horoscope thing where it was talking about all the signs and what each sign on the chart means. Um, mean. There we go. What does so the thing says? What does your planets stand for? So your sun sign is basic you. The moon sign is inner you, and the rising sign is the public you. These are just the how in society they say the big three. So yeah, sun sign. I'm a Scorpio, basically. Um, which I think I identify with that because it's much easier to identify with. All of the all my life basically, I've just identified as Scorpio, so that's been an easy thing. And then moon sign is the inner me, so that's the Capricorn, which I everything is calculated, everything has to be planned out, everything is strategy, everything has to be charted, everything has to be mapped out. I can't go willy nilly. I have to know exact. And I think also too that's where the scientific part of me comes in. Like I'm looking for facts, hard facts, to get these just to get through life. Like I'm not here for if I have to be here, I'm gonna be here and do it for me, and I'm gonna make it perfect for me. Even though I'm never gonna be perfect, and that's an issue. Rising sign Aquarius, and that's the public me, which I feel like more of that is coming out, and I'm able to see myself from a different perspective now, knowing more about my rising sign, the Aquarian in me. And that's where the deadpan face comes in. It's just like when I'm talking to people and I don't emote or like have expressions that are welcoming, I guess. And I'm like, oh, I'm probably doing that thing where I just don't show any. And these people are probably just like, this person is evil, or like this person hates me. And most of it is true, but it's not something I want to portray 90% of the time. I want people to know I actually do have, soul under here, under, this rock hard. No, under this like mask, there's a baby. But yeah, so it's just been interesting learning about all this stuff, and it makes my days more filling. Yeah, it's really good stuff for me because I have a a crazy brain, as I call it. It's all over the place, as you can tell. Listen to this podcast. There, I've been thinking about like multiple personalities. I feel like I might be on that kind of spectrum, or I could just be learning, and this is just a process of being inside of a human body that we still don't know much about, but besides what we know, which I'm skeptic about anyway. Oh man, Red Bulls are kicking in. So I want to talk about something I learned today, or not today, but recently. This term, and it kind of like just I kind of identified with it, and resonated, and I just got caught up in the moment with this word and learning these things. So the word is pura eternus, and I'm butchering that, but it's a Latin word. It's a Latin word meaning eternal boy. Puer eternus, or puer eternus. You know what? I'm really probably doing too much with that. Anyway, so the female version of that is puella eterna, and sometimes shortened to just puer or puella. I don't know. It's not. Is Latin Spanish? No. Anyway, so in the mythology, this word means child god who is forever young. Um, it's also connected to Carl Jung, in the Jungian philosophy or psychology, whatever I'm reading, honestly. Anyway, so the term Bora Eternus leads a provisional life due to the fear of finding themselves caught in a situation from which it might be impossible to escape. They protect their independence and freedom, opposite boundaries and limits. Um, opposite. Is that right? No. They oppose boundaries and limits. Intend to find restriction intolerable, which is me. Someone with basically a Peter Pan syndrome. I think that's interesting, and that kind of like when I first read about this, and I don't know, it just kind of like shook me in a little way, and I don't know, I got just enthralled in it, got caught up, and I kept reading more about it. I watched a fucking YouTube about it. I went down a rabbit hole basically, and I'm turning into more of a philosophy person. I really look to philosophers and just people who have lived these, you know, unconventional lifestyles, or just, alternative lifestyles, and that have lived outside of the social norms. Because I don't know, I feel like I connect with that, or I'm just interested in that, than rather than, the everyday average person. Um, but yeah, I got really caught up in the Poor Eternus uh, read, but just like everything with me, it'll be like a week. I'm stuck on it, and then I'll totally forget about it. Speaking of forgetting things, um, I was reminded the other day that I had an interaction with this boy. Why did I use that word? This guy. Mm, Wait, how do you all categorize a guy from a boy? Like, what does anyone else think this deep? Like, come on, like someone else has to, guys. Like y'all. How about I say y'all? Does anyone else go there? Because I just do it all the time. I think deeper about this. Like, and I think that's where my fucking Capricorn just like goes crazy. But anyway, yeah. So I was reminded of this night that I went out and met this person, um, and I do remember that meeting this person and like having a conversation. I was a bit drunk though, and um, I don't know. I guess I really liked this person at the time, and then I I guess I got their uh, what was that, Snapchat or whatever, and then because I know I do remember texting a friend like the next day or whatever and saying, "Oh, this guy's not like messaging me back. He's not like, is it like, why do fucking Leos do this?" And he's a Leo, and like I've just had run-ins with Leos recently, and they've been like, it's just not even. But and before these people recently, I've just not been vibing with Leos. I've never, to my knowledge, they're just too much for me. But the Leos lately, because I guess, I don't know, they're not, I guess because they're younger than me, I don't know. But these Leos just know, they, they do this thing where, okay, it's me. I'm the issue, guys, honestly. Now listening to me, I'm probably the fucking issue. Um, no, it's really, it's wild because also I've recently realized that I just kind of enjoy giving people attention. Like, I don't know if that's actually the people pleaser in me, or if that's even real. But no, yeah. So these Leos, you know how Leos are. If you've done the work on study on Leology, Leology. Um, yeah, no. So Leos, but they do love, and they're always beautiful, and I can't fucking, like they know what they're fucking doing. They're fucking monsters. They're just beautiful creatures. They're sirens. Basically, they're just like sirens of the sea, and they just like draw you in and just kill you. Um, and yeah, no. So that shit happened, and then but The thing about me is I will fixate on someone for about a day or two, and then I totally forget who they are. Like it's like what that happened. I don't even remember this person. So yeah, my roommate reminded me of that person. Like he knows detail by detail, beat by beat of that night and recall. And I'm just like I don't even remember what he looks like honestly. Um, and like I don't care. I mean, I just don't care about this person. Um, it was great at the time, and it provided the I guess dopamine or serotonin or whatever in my body at that moment. But and then the after effects too. I think I do that. I think I do that. Like after a roller coaster ride, a thrill ride, and the possibilities. I fantasize a lot. That's the fucking problem. I'm a fantasizer. Yeah, I fantasize. And then when these fantasies don't come to fruition, or like the idea is just it doesn't happen, I get hurt. So just like childhood. uh yeah, also too, um I was talking to my coworker, and we were like just having this fun little jokey joke debate about life and stuff. As I do, there's nothing. I'm not a surface level person. I know it's so bad. Like I'm pretty sure I bummed a lot of people out. Like man, when you have conversations with me, I've noticed anyway that it just pretty much goes downhill. Or like I do probably I probably the I'm the roller coaster ride to my most of my friends. Like there's no really middle ground. We're either talking about it or we're just not talking at all. Like I'll piss off and go and talk to other people, but yeah, no, me and my coworker were talking about yeah, he was just like, you know what, you blame everybody. The more you blame, the you he basically fucking told me some shit I already knew. Like, like um because I kind of blame every like emotions that I have. I'm like, oh, I'm so caring. Ugh, I get it from my mom. Like, she's fuck. I get it from her. Or like I'm so fucking nitpicky and just so like if someone's not perfect in this way, I'm just like they're just pointless to me. Or like if they're not doing something I want, then I'm like, oh. So I was like, oh man, I definitely get this from my aunt who's just like that, like a fucking cunt. But who isn't a cunt though? We're all cunts here. Let's just admit it, yeah. But no, like yeah, we were just talking about that at work, and then it kind of like I was like, I've heard this before, and I'm like, man, maybe it's true. Maybe I'm like literally the problem, you know. But also with that, I think I'm trying to fix the problem at the same time. I'm working on me, and that's why I masturbate vigorously and no, masturbation. It's not a it's not an episode if I don't talk about masturbation. No. But anyway, let's see. Okay, that was like 15 minutes down the drain. 20 minutes already down. I remember I told you guys in the last episode that I dropped my sugar baby, but let me tell you something, guys. Pretty privilege is a real thing. It's real. It's a real thing, and if you don't think it's true, and you don't think it's real, you're lying to yourself. You, if someone is pretty, and it's just something in the human genome. Like you can't just I don't know. It's easy, but anyway, I told myself I was not gonna feed this person money anymore, but it's not like he's asking for like cars or like just like I'm not buying him like fucking chairs or just like he's a college student, so I'm just like okay, it's hard in college. I've been in college before, like, and I don't know, and sob stories. Like, if you feed me a story about something, I'm gonna be like, oh, you poor baby, and I'm gonna just fucking give you anything. Um, and it's true. I've done it for my friends who needed like GoFundmes or whatever. okay, let's just be honest. It was only the pretty ones. I only feed pretty people. Like if you're, no, I'm joking, but there's a little truth to that. But no, like it's sometimes it's hard to detach. Like these are basically I'm trading one habit for another. Honestly, like I I'm pointing the finger at everyone else right now. I'm saying 2020 did a number on me because in 2020 I was like, oh, the end is nigh. Like, fuck it. I'm just handing out money. That is literally when I started going, getting more open freely with spending and giving away and like not worrying about money is I think in 2020 when we just found out everything was a lie. And yeah, it's just it got really crazy and it's still we're still on the back end of that. Um and I'm still coming down from that. So I don't know. It's just I don't know. We'll see how long this shit lasts. But I'm always still being ambitious and high drive and always determined to do better and reach more. And even that I find fault in. It's like why do I do why do I want more when I know there's nothing on the end of it. At the end of it, there's nothing. There's just like we're dust. That's what told my coworker today. It's like you know what? You zoom out, it doesn't matter because we're dust in the end. And you zoom out even more, the universe is not real. Like it's all made up. We're all just whatever. But that's I think I've probably subscribed more now to existentialism than anything, you know. But that's a little bit about me. What else can I talk about? Taylor Swift's album came out today. I was only in it for the Lana Del Rey feature, and then after that, I was driving when I was listening to this album, so I yeah no. So the rest of the album started playing, and then I was just like listen to it, and like all of her lyrics are all about this. Like it's what is she talking about? Like she is her music only targeted for tweens and like I don't know. But then also heard that she did make this whole album was based off like one night where she couldn't sleep. So all this is diary entries like over some beats and just whatever. But you know what? It's she's selling still, so who cares? Good on your T Swift. Go for the gold, honey girl. We're all doing it. So I don't bring down other artists really. I try not to anyway. There aren't any artists. It's all fake. It's all bullshit. Yeah, I don't know what else I got for y'all. I'm going to Dallas this weekend. Going to an annual Halloween party. I think I started off this podcast talking about makeup and Halloween costumes. But yeah, cat's out of the bag. If you know, you know. Where I'll be this weekend. And then after that, um, let's see. I'll be back in Austin here. And I've actually reconsidered. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I've got 6 months till to figure out what I'm gonna do next. But I originally said I was gonna move back up north to Dallas area, DFW, FW is Fort Worth. Anyways, um, that up there. Just because of living, here is much more expensive, and it's kind of not anywhere to build anything here. Just coming to that realization, and yeah, I don't know. We'll see though. I might change my mind. I'm feeling like I might because I don't know. I feel just something in me is saying I don't think you given this enough time, Jer. Give it maybe 6 more months after, like stretch it just a little bit, just maybe. Come on. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, what else? I don't know. I think that's it. Honestly, I got a birthday coming up in November. My birthday, and then along with all of my other Scorpios, and you know, so that'll be good. All the astrologers and all the astrology horoscopes say we're in for a good month. So looking forward to that. And yeah, so it's been sounds good. Sounds good. I'm always optimistic about the fall. I get very giddy. I get very alive. Hence why I started podcasting in the fall. But yeah, I may have some guests. I think I'm gonna actually do it and stop being a pussy about it. Pussy. That's not a nice word. If you think about the word pussy, you know what I learned recently about pussy? It has mucus in it. Like I didn't know. Like God, it's so many things we don't know about our own bodies, man. Like it's so wild. Like I haven't had my finger in my own asshole in years. When's the last time I actually did that? Probably early teens. Like man, I used to put so much stuff up my butt. Anyways, I gotta go and do dishes and clean up, and then I gotta put this makeup on, see how I look. So I'll stop talking about everything I'm talking about that comes in my little fucking head. I'm gonna keep drinking my Red Bull. I'm gonna have a good weekend. I'm gonna get some rest tonight. I'm gonna take a good old bath and a salt bath, Epsom salt bath. Anyways, I'm gonna get fucking high, and then yeah, I'm just chill and just enjoy my month. So I'll talk to you guys on the next episode. No, wait, what was my thing I said in the first season? I'll talk at you in the next episode. All right, folks. See you later. Have a great weekend. Bye.